Yeah, the Bears don't seem to be having the volume here in this last little battle here. The Bulls are trying to push.
Perfect. Okay, now we're getting that push. We're over the EMAs again. A lot of congestion here to eat through, though. It's like the volume is picking up as well quite nicely.
Yeah, this looks good for buys. Pressure. They could break above this consolidation. That could be a really good sign of intent.
Mm-hmm. It's early in the day to get such a push.
A little more volatility today.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Let's see if we can get over the 200.
It's interesting. Yesterday was such a small body day, and this morning, like when we traded through almost the entire range of yesterday and double that. Different type of volatility.
Yep. Yeah, I'm here for it. So it makes us money. Do I have all these open now?
Oh, they're hitting that rejection again here. We'll see. Come on, what you got? They're trying. They're trying hard.
They can do it.
Mm-hmm.
They can take this, really move it.
It was a good like period of pullback and attempts on the Bears to defend, so they had a chance. That's the thing when it gets tight around this area, this center area. I can't remember what Mike called it, but this is the chop zone there. There can be fake outs, draw the bigger level and see if we can get a real clean break here. We're hovering right around the low of day yesterday, which is an interesting position. Does it want to hold or what?
It's my other thing, but bang.
900. Dow is pushing stronger. She broke up with some confidence here.
Mm-hmm. So is the Russell.
Gold and silver as well are pushing. There's some bulls. ES is a little stronger than NQ even too here.
Mm-hmm. Come on, let's go.
Push it. On ES, I would like the break above 74 would look clean. It's trading over there. Then to the downside, I would want to see the
Announcements are currently suppressed because the setting Exclude Dark Period is selected. Announcements will resume when dark period concludes.
Yeah, we rejected the 200
minutes.
on
During
Nasdaq.
this time, existing open exit points may announce, but new and/or updated information will not. If you wish to enable announcements prior, select the option Include Dark Period and the respective announcement group. Then, place your finger on the reader to continue.
I mean, who doesn't want the dark area? Sounds very intriguing. Yeah, it's encountering resistance. Like we're definitely in this consolidation period because ES and NQ are both doing that. Like if ES breaks down, I want it below 53. If it breaks up, I want it above 74, but we're trading right, high end at 70 here. So it's pretty similar to NQ. Break level is what? 82, 80.
Oh, nice. Russell's running.
Yeah.
Not the Nas lagging behind.
Right. It's still the lagging one though. Dow's strong. ES is pushing a little bit better. So let me pull up.
That's probably just tech. Let's take a look at the heat map. You still got Tesla recovering. They had a pretty nasty sell-off this morning with the rest of the market and still struggling. Somebody was asking about SpaceX. Ace, SpaceX already got merged into Tesla. So I believe that's already part of it. And they're trying to do some kind of fast track or something. That's have to, you know what? Let me do a quick search. Yeah, I would watch the Tesla stock, though, to be honest with you. They got a lot of competition coming. There's a lot of lawsuits here that are going to come up in the next like 3 to 4 months that are probably going to affect them significantly. And that's the tariffs, like Beyond, BYD, they've got their lawsuits. A couple of other Chinese manufacturers have their lawsuits on the tariffs and the imports. So if they win, they're going to get their cheap cars here in North America, and that's just going to kill Tesla. So, I think you're looking at it from more of a swing approach. So, you want to just kind of keep that in the back burner. Oh, there's a sell. Come on, NQ.
Yeah, they're really just encountering resistance in this area.
There's a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything is all bunched up right there. I mean, it's not going to be easy for them to get through it.
No. And I feel like if it was, like we would have seen the pop, like it's really hesitating here.
Once you get above it, you will. Once you get above 6,975 on ES and Q, you'd have to get above VWAP. So that would be 25,264. And you should see a pretty nice candle to the upside from that. I'll give you the push to the orb high on NQ. Orb high on NQ for the morning session is at 25,337.50. That's the low, I'm sorry. And then the high side of that is at 25,464.75.
Bears are pushing back here again, though.
Bears are trying to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, hold it. Got 9 minutes till New York lunch as well.
Yeah, it's getting into that time where this chop is even more prevalent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, on a good note, that gives us some, we got some pretty decent targets for lunchtime. They could either go for the orb low, which is at 25,337, or they could go for a low of 25,106.
Right.
So if we get a candle to close below 25,176, that should start opening up that lower low for us. And if we can get above VWAP or the 200, I'm sorry, if we can get above the 200, that should open up that that orb low. So that's 25,254. What do you think?
Yeah, those make sense as targets. I mean, those levels are, well, everyone looks at those now. I mean, so if we can get a move in that direction, like it should fill that section, fill that gap. Still see so much fighting here. So I definitely, this is like a situation where, yeah, watch your levels, watch if we can get a break, and then see the move, which is nice. I mean, that's a good consolidation is just a setup. You don't have to hate it, but having like patience with executing is, sometimes a stronger stance than guessing inside of consolidation period, but rather like watching the extremes for the break. So that way we can take a move from it. That whole exercising patience.
We're testing the EMAs again on NQ.
Our Q's had a lovely breakfast. Yes. Good flavor, man. Friday's candle was such a strong bullish engulfing. It's been interesting. Like it's such a strong bullish engulfing to end last week, and then now really comparatively, we've had a lot of hesitation. So it could be, a bull flag, right? The strong bullish engulfing, and then a few days of hesitation. So setup, what's it going to do? It could freeze out for a minute, let everything catch up, I think Matt calls that a high base pattern after a strong push, and then leveling off similar to a bull flag, which is a good setup on the larger time frames here. So interesting zooming out and looking at on the daily chart, because it's really has been consolidating for months since fall. We started breaking new highs in September and peaked out in end of October, and it's really just danced in between that September low and the October high, and we haven't really left those. And NQ, ES, given a little bit of a slow pause here. So again, like on the larger time frame, it could be that consolidation can set up for a move. Watch those extremes. NQ is the lagger on those two comparatively to Dow and ES. But they get a lot of headline. They get a lot of headline drama in tech. There's a lot more volatility. I'm very curious on NQ if 172 breaks low here or not.
Well, that's like a little bull flag.
Hmm.
So we got another 3 minutes till New York lunch. No, you don't want to eat too much ceviche, man. That iron is not good for you. You don't eat that much iron. Right? Is it iron or is it? Yeah, it's iron, right?
Well, I don't know. Moderation for all things. Do you ever put regression channels on your chart, Riz?
No, ma'am, I don't.
I
Do you
haven't in
use
a long time.
regression?
I have. I learned from a teacher who loved them, and he put them on everything. So sometimes when I see like a slow grind momentum move, like I'll like to use that because it gives some nice opportunities.
Mhm.
You can see the extremes of a move. Doesn't always work, so I play with it. Yes, Ace. We are just not breaking higher, and I think I see the shorts too here, but go, go, go.
And welcome to New York lunch.
There's my alert for the break low on NQ.
Oh my God.
The last
Is
hour
that low
consolidation.
now?
Yeah, there she goes.
Mm-hmm. Let's try to take that short now.
Get
Since we broke
it.
that level.
Mhm.
And
Big
let's see
lot
if we can go
held.
for that low.
Yeah. Well, good luck on the shorts and whatever all you guys get trading today. It was lovely hanging out with you this morning for a little bit. I am back today for the last 2 hours of the session. So in 2 hours, I will be back to hang out with you guys to close out our Wednesday. So I'll see you all soon.
Nice. Well, you have a good afternoon and good luck in the afternoon session and then power hour.
Thanks, man. Nice to be with you this morning. Bye, guys.
Absolutely. Same here. Thanks, Coach Becky. And don't forget, guys, if you all enjoy Coach Becky's trade psychology and mentorship, she also offers some fantastic classes here each and every Tuesday after market close. You can catch her in her own class just 3 doors down. That's right, 3 doors down inside the Discord. You can jump into her class. It's free of charge. Again, happens every Tuesday after market close. So, if you're looking for trade psychology to help you with some of your edge, maybe you're finding that your trades are great, but you're missing some other aspect of it, it's a great place to go to that you can ask a great mentor and trade coach over there. But for our great traders this evening, don't forget, we've got Coach Breezy on at 6 p.m. Eastern. We got Coach Blasky on at 7 p.m. Eastern, and they will be bringing in the evening show. That's right. You can catch those evening trades. Coach Blasky does a mixture of trades as well as he also does some coaching, and he has some classes he goes over and some of his strategies and what has helped him find his edge in the market as well. So be sure to check that out. Coach Blasky, he's the gold commodity guy. He loves him some gold. So he's always trading gold in the evening. So if you guys want to catch some fantastic trades, you don't want to miss that because that is a great session there. One of my favorite sessions, the Asia session as well. All right, Ace. Well, we're both in it short, so let's see. Tons of volatility here going into New York lunch. You can tell Bulls and Bears are fighting it out. I think the short is in effect though for the lunch hour. If retail can really sell it, they can really get a nice push on this to the downside. You know what? I didn't take any trades last night. I actually didn't. I had some other stuff I was tending to, and yeah, I didn't. It was a beautiful rip at the Sydney Open, though, right? I saw it. I was like, I didn't have time to sit at the charts and stuff. I should have put some buy orders and some sell orders, and I would have been fine. Come on, give us that push down. Let's do it. Man, what happened to the volume? Volume just dried up. It looked like we were going to get a decent sell, and then all of a sudden it just New York lunch. It's a tough time of day to trade, to be honest with you. You know, the volume gets a little wonky. You know, you don't get those institutional buyers. Have faith. Oh, man. I'm a numbers guy, bro. I'm a numbers guy. There ain't no faith here. It's all math. Man, if I got to start praying on my trades, I need to stop trading. Opium now. Now you're talking. Now you're talking, bro. I drink hopium every morning, man. I have like a whopping like 10 cups of hopium every day, bro. That's what brings me here every day, bro. And you guys, you know, and I love working at Blue Sky. Not gonna lie. Hopium is the real rocket fuel. That's right. That's right. Because if you don't have no hopium, you ain't gonna drive no Lambo, right? That's what Nacho would say. No hopium, no Lambo. You know, think about it. I mean, all it really takes is what six good trades to $1 million is what they say, right? And that's not a bad number to me. I mean, 6 good trades. If you don't dream big, you're not going to think big and you're not going to win big, you know? At least that's always been my psychology to it, you know? I have to manifest what I want. You're way overdue on that number. I think we all are, bro. But that's what makes it challenging. But then when you get it, boom, it's even better, right? And then you'll know how to take care of it. See that in itself right there, that becomes the cool part about it, is that then you'll know once you attain it and you get there, you'll know how to manage yourself and not lose it in one trade, you know? Oh, and I just got stopped out on that position. Sheesh. You went along with Steve. I didn't even hear Steve. You know what? I gotta send. Let me open up a message to him. He responded to me. You know that? He responded to me. It was nice. I'm gonna. No, he didn't respond with the meme. It was a very nice comment. It was one of the greatest comments of all time. No, it was good. It was good. We were talking about some zero DTEs. You know what? I haven't used the sound effects. I haven't used the sound effects. But right now, we do need a miracle. That work? Nope. I can't believe this thing didn't work. Why didn't it work? I don't even hear it. That absolutely did not even come out on my end. You know what? Let me try that again. You guys probably heard it. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? To be honest with you, Amaro, I struggled the last few days myself, man. I've been, yeah, I gotten chopped up, you know, yeah. Even like today, I missed my fill. I got that good short earlier. I mean, I just got stopped down on that short I was trying right now. We broke below my levels, so I felt like the short was right, and I could have taken profit on it. I just wanted to get down to 130, and I didn't move my stop. That was my fault. That was my fault for not moving my stop. You guys know that was poor trade management on my part. Hey, that's half of it. You got to be able to recognize where your mistakes are in the market. The market is unforgiving, and if you're ignorant to what's happening, or what your faults are, your mistakes are, you'll never be a good trader. So you got to be able to zoom out and journal it, take those notes, be like, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Because that's what fills in the blanks for you, and then when you write it down, you reinforce it. You kind of like lock it into your long-term memory, it's kind of, even if you type it, you type it into a form or like another Discord, that gives you that, long-term memory that you kind of just record it in your mind. Oh man. Amaro, it's just one of those things. You just have to stop doing it. We can say it all day long. We can tell you what size lot you should use and all that. But at the end of the day, you're the one clicking that button, that left button on the mouse. You're the one that hits it. It hits that order, to get sent, and it's a hard thing to get over. I remember when I was first trading, I wanted to trade the NAS all the time. And it took me a while to realize that. I was like, no. I need to trade MNQ until I can figure out what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how I can, repeatedly make money and not just keep blowing evals over and over. Yeah, you're right. 4 micros. I mean, three mini micros. That's like perfect for me. That's like my sweet sizing right there. I like it with 3. Because I can make $1,000 in a day with 3 micros. The nice thing about the mini micros is that, your drawdown is nowhere near as bad as on an NQ contract. You blame Steve. Hey, you know what? Everybody wants the big bucks. But, sometimes you got to learn to walk before you run, right? You got to start off with the minis, figure it out. You got to get a hold of your emotions, because especially if you're getting chopped up and you're like flip flopping on trades and you're like long, short, long, short, long, short, you'll screw yourself out of $1,000 real fast doing that. Oh, have you? Well, yeah, I agree. Yeah, the cool thing about it is Steve actually got me real very much more interested in Renkos again because of his success. So I've actually been tooling on some other algos of mine again. I mean, retooling everything I've been doing. So like across the board, I've got some on M2K. I've got some on ES or MES, and then MNQ, and then I've also got one running on Solana right now. So far, the MNQ, the ES, and the M2K are doing pretty good. I had a few dozen that, a couple of dozen that, didn't work out of the batches, but I already had some that were like somewhat working. So I've been just tweaking those and stuff. Pretty cool stuff though. Okay. What are we going to do now? Should get a move right now, though. Should be done with the consolidation. All right, there we go. Can we hold this on NQ, though? Looks like NQ is going to go for the 200 again. Are we going to consolidate or will we actually get a lunchtime move? What do you think, team? Russell's starting to move. Let's take a look at ES and see what ES is doing right now. Same for ES. Back in the EMAs. Well, it's back at VWAP now, which is really good. Can we get above it though? We got another 2.5 minutes on this 5-minute candle. We get a close above. We should actually start to get that move to the upside. Look at that. These calls are almost back at live. Back alive. Guess who's back? Might see a little bit of a pullback. We might get a nice little pullback that might even allow us to get in for a long entry. Let's see. Yeah, it does look like it wants to run, but it's going to get swatted down. Like, see, there's that push. Let's see how bad it is. There's that sell. Will they hold it? No, they're going to push it down. Yeah. There's that push. All right, let's go down to the 1 and see what's happening there. Oh, nice. We're going to hold a 9 or we're going to lose a 9. Let's see. What have we been doing today on the... Okay. So it looks like we're respecting the 9 and the 26 pretty well today on the 1 minute. Oh, that's good. That's good, General. Oh, slowly but surely. Hmm. Okay, can these bulls hold the 26? Should hold this though. All right, let's see. Let's go over to MNQ. We'll start off with the single con. Okay. A nice little move there, that MNQ con. Well, that's a nice move on NQ now. That wasn't a bad entry right off the 26. That's a decent bounce. Now let's see if we get a little bit of a further push up and maybe a pullback further up there, and we'll see if we can stack one more con. Yeah, let's see if we can get above the 200. Push up maybe a candle higher, maybe that 25,280 mark. We'll get a little bit of a rejection. We'll settle in here at 261-ish, and we'll see if we can add another contract there. We got a good move there on the NAS. Come on. There's VWAP. Come on. Push. Nice. Okay. All right. Now can we get over the 200? And there we are. There's that push over the 200. Look at that. A single M&Q con up $105 right there. Psh. All right, let's get that candle close above. Let's see the 9. So on the 9-minute, we got another minute 32 seconds. Let's see how much further it pushes. There's that push now. Let's go. Holy, all right. Man, we are rocking and rolling now. Take a look at silver real quick. I just want to see what it's doing. Testing VWAP. Well, it's getting close to touching the 200. All right, let's see. Rejected it a few times. Let's see if it holds it or if it falters. So looking good. 22 seconds left on this 9-minute candle. Stop bars for the win. Let's go, Steve-O. Let's go, Steve. All right, here on the 9-minute, struggling there at the 200. To be expected, though. Funny, right? It just stopped to a dime at it. Got to the 200 and it was just like, oh, you know what? I know why this is not working. Or why I can't hear it. Ah, there it is. That's why I couldn't hear it. All right, let's roll down to the lower time frame. We're talking about this. We're talking about the 260 mark to see if we could add a con, right? We'll add a buy limit. Maybe we should wait for Steve's stop bar. Offloading all those longs. Oh, that's nasty. That's almost like a stop loss hunt. You know that? That's what that makes me think of. Like looking at that exactly just makes me think of a stop loss hunt. We're 10 seconds away from the bottom of the hour. Well, what's up, Nacho? Good to see you, my man. How you doing, bro? You're already out of the bucket?